Doing another panel. We have the stars from Grand Theft Auto 5 here tonight. We've got Ned Luke. We've got Shawn Fonteno solo. We've got Stephen Ogg. And we have Robert Bogue with us as well. Welcome, everybody.
What up?
How are you guys?
What up, Jeff?
What's going on? And caribou. We've got pet caribou here.
We have Stephen's pet caribou as well, yes. We are going to take questions from the internet. So people that are asking, we are looking right now. I'm going to ask around as we go. How are you guys? How's everything going?
Everything is beautiful in its own way.
It's all groovy. It's all groovy.
Is it? Everyone's doing well.
Doing
really?
Great.
Yeah. You're doing well. You're not doing well, Stevie?
I mean, today I am. I've got a beautiful view. I'm on the 40th floor. I'm looking at Mount Baker and all these mountains, but man, it's been a tough slog. I got to say, I haven't had fun.
Good, man.
Shawn's moving on up. He's got his stuff packed. He's ready to move to a new house.
Oh, what?
Solo's moving.
Where?
Bigger home, bigger house. Up the hill a little bit more.
Bigger, taller wall, more barbed wire.
More money.
Yep.
I'm living in my truck.
Hey man, my dispensary been doing good, man. You know, I done tapped into the cannabis world, man. I hate to tell you all that, but
that's the fucking gateway drug, Solo. That is the gateway drug. So cut that shit out.
Yeah, you're poisoning all those young minds out there. Turning them on to
stuff. You do weed and then you do coke and crack and heroin and you end up on East Hastings here in Vancouver. Stop. Cut it out. Move to a cabin. Straighten your life out, man. Get the
all right, tomorrow.
Oh, Danny! Hey, look! Before we even started, we have Danny with us as well.
Danny!
Tamberelli.
What up,
you know, I can't help the fact that I have a child who says, "Fuck your daylight savings." What can I do about that?
Right. That's right. He has no clue about that.
Yeah, it messes everything up. He's like, oh, we put him in bed at 8. We're like, oh, we're good parents. And now it's like, oh, it's 9. It's like, no, you got to go to bed at 8. He's like, eat it. What can I do about it? Yeah.
What a douche.
What a douche. Steve, that's exactly what I say to him.
Who the hell invented that shit anyway? That daylight savings and standard shit.
France.
It should just be daylight savings the whole time, right?
Actually, it's Benjamin Franklin.
It actually was.
No, that bald-headed motherfucker, he should have left it alone.
See, you got to go watch National Treasure. That's how I know that.
You know that Benjamin Franklin also was inventing the bong. So.
Yeah,
cool.
We already talked about the gateway drug.
Yeah.
I don't think this needs any editing, Jeff. I think you can pretty much take what we've got and
you guys are
put
fantastic. Yeah, there'll be no warning ahead of time. Like anyone can watch this. Bring your
no
kids.
language.
It's all good.
This was great. Good to see everyone. Stay safe. Stay healthy.
Listen, if anyone out there is watching this and they tuned into a Grand Theft Auto 5 panel, you better know what the hell is coming. All right, let's start in. Let's get some questions. We got questions coming in from fans. So this one, we're going to run it around the group. You guys just, quick answers. This one is from at Mateocib, Matakib. What was the best thing about acting in GTA 5?
Wow. First of all, I can't believe that at Matakib, Oibi, whatever his name is, said acting and not voice acting.
Hey,
good for you.
People recognize him.
Yeah. Go ahead, Steve. What was the best thing, man?
I would say this. The fact that here we all are and we've got a relationship to people that we still talk to and care about. And I think that's the coolest part about the experience. I never remember any of the acting stuff so much as the relationships and that. So that to me is the best part of the acting, if you will, or that experience.
Yeah, that was awesome. I mean, between all the guys and gals and then the crew was phenomenal too. I mean, we had a great time with everybody there. That was without question the best part of the thing. You know, you had
the relationships.
Yeah, the director was awesome. Rod was so much fun, man. He's a funny cat. And then he had all the kids, all the genius kids. So But then he had to work with guys like Bogue, Jimmy, freaking Tamberelli, Solo.
I think what we want to do here too, Ned, is I don't think we want to necessarily just copy everything I say. I think we're looking for an honest answer from everyone.
True.
Me. Let's move on.
My honest
someone
answer,
different.
Look, my honest answer is that we got to know each other very well, like the ins and the outs. Like when Ned would say, "Hey, I'm percolating," guess what? I knew he was gonna go take a shit.
Isn't that true?
He had to take off all that shit and all the balls, the whole fucking thing. Had to go get re-rom. August hanging out. He's like, "Hey man, like I've had a good day today." All of a sudden, Og just starts farting like nobody's business. Actually, I will say the best decibel fart I've ever heard in my entire life came from Stephen Og. So
my God.
I would have to
Why
say
does
that.
farting always play such a large role in these things? Every time we do any panel or discussion, we talk about
because you're that epic, Stephen.
You're like,
your farts are epic. I must say, like I would give anything. Why? I don't know.
It's probably because
you're a methane actor.
You're a methane actor. That's good. That's very good. We can.
Hey, you made sure every scene we shot, it was smelling like you. Fart. Every scene.
Marking my territory, man. I'm fucking marking my territory.
Right.
And we used to sit there and we're smelling, and all of a sudden we'll all look around and look at your face, and you're the only one that had a smirk on your face.
Yeah. And why did then after
you ever think maybe it was fucking catering that did it, not me?
You were the byproduct, and everyone started saying about after that, and it was like really weird. Like, how do we get Canadian after farts? Yeah, the Canadian farts are really something special.
Well, that's actually a good transition to the next question from @Crothers_99. What was your favorite and least favorite scene or part to make in the game? So we have gotten the least favorite. What was your favorite scene or least favorite scene in the game? Anybody?
Yeah.
Everybody goes.
My least favorite was with Ned. Everything with Ned, it was my least favorite. No, I'm just fucking with y'all.
Mine too.
Yeah,
me too.
Off the record,
Rob.
Mine too. My least favorite were the ones with me.
It was so bad for everybody that when we were doing that scene where I actually teabagged Ned, I had to put the whole call sheet in my pants so I could tell everyone on the crew and everyone who was there that day that we all teabagged Ned. So,
hey, I think my
say. Go ahead, Solo.
Go ahead, so.
No, I was saying my worst was doing the scenes with the dog, the dog that was talking back to me, the lassie kind of dog.
Yeah,
just having that fucking owner of the dog around was the worst part of any day. That guy fucking wearing a sweatshirt with the dogs on it.
That was the worst.
That dude.
The best scene I think was with Ned when we did that long scene. I think that was the best scene because
which one?
I came in.
Where I fessed
up? Yeah, because when I found out that you was working with the feds, but because it made me learn how to kind of act a little bit because I came in there just clueless to shit. So that made me step into the acting world, like to fall into it and know how to fall into the character because I had no clue about it. And everybody here on the screen knew about acting because everybody brought acting into that whole experience. And I was just like, I was more floored at watching them act. So I finally got a chance to really get a good acting scene and everybody started applauding. So I felt like I'm an actor now.
Yeah, no, you crushed that scene, man. That was a good scene, man. That was emotional and stuff. So that was great. You crushed it.
Yeah, you even cried. You even broke a tear.
Well, that's because I'm an actor.
I have to say my favorite scene actually was with Ned too. And it was one that was cut from the game.
Oh God!
It was the one where we were playing
clowns or the game.
We were basically trying to buy a house, and we were playing a couple. Unbeknownst to I think even the character of Michael at the time, we came in, and all of a sudden Trevor decides to portray them as a couple, and then also got very attracted to the horse. and really wanted to do things to the horses.
Bermuda.
And we had such a great time, and we shot that, I think, for a few days, and we had such fun filming it. And
Did you do the laugh?
Oh, it was Gerard Yunker. I based it on this photographer I used to know, and he was
and every time he would do that, I would like be like trying to catch on to like what was going on, because I was in the dark, right? Supposedly. So he would do the laugh. Go ahead. It was fucking funny, man. It was funny, and I don't know why it didn't make it. It had to do something with gameplay, I guess, because
I think what I heard, it was the horses that they were using were the same, I think, as Red Dead, and it didn't match with it. It had to do with the technical issue that was being too complicated or something. Oh. Nowadays, we just couldn't do it because we'd all be canceled.
Yeah, that's shit. It's true. But then there was the clowns in that thing too, right? Didn't we all three do the clown thing?
Mm-hmm.
With the clowns that didn't get in,
yeah.
Because Trevor, I think that was part of the same thing. We were at the big party or whatever. But anyway, what was your
Rob?
Man, what was you? What was your favorite? Because you had some great scenes, dude.
Who, me?
Yeah, you. Oh
yeah.
Oh God. Torturing that guy with the battery, the car battery. Remember that, Trevor? Remember that, Steve?
Oh, torture scene is your favorite.
Yeah. Probably that one. It was
which a lot of people had troubles with.
Light them up.
They said that affect you and stuff, and it's like, it's acting, right? I wasn't actually torturing someone.
I was just happy to play something as an actor that could express my vulnerability. My mom always said, "Play something that's like you. I want to see you on screen." So that was...
Act with what you know. Act with what you know.
All right. Next question is for Ned. Ned, at Divine Solius asked, will Michael ever show up in GTA Online?
I don't know. I was wondering if Franklin would ever show up in GTA Online. So that was
who does.
I typed it in and to see if he did. I think I don't know. That's a question for Rockstar, not for Big Daddy. That's not my question. I have no clue. If I did have a clue, I wouldn't tell you anyway.
Does GTA Online have any of the characters?
You're in it, dumbass.
No, I'm just saying that, like, you're definitely in it. Yeah, you're definitely in it.
Yeah, Steven, you was one of the first ones in it.
Yeah, and I got friends who are like, "Hey, I played you. I played you. I played the game as you in director mode." And I was like, "I don't know how that works. I didn't think I did anything other than."
Yeah, Steven,
how does that work
in online?
I didn't even know I'm in GTA Online.
When you went back early, right after we finished, right after the game came out.
Yeah,
that's what they did.
Yeah.
And they've just used all that ever since.
All the updates.
Yeah. What's the SAG number again?
I was about to say, SAG number. The union number is 888-777.
What the fuck?
All right.
But they're not Rocks. They're not making money though, right?
The next question is for you, Solo. From @friendly_Aaron asks, did you ever play GTA games before you were in GTA 5?
Oh, hell yeah. San Andreas was the only one. The other ones, they were all right, but San Andreas is still my all-time favorite. I mean, this hands down, it's still my all-time favorite. So the answer to that is yes, San Andreas was the only one.
Gotcha. All right. The next question is for Steven. It says, now that you've played in the Walking Dead universe for a bit, if your characters, it's mainly towards you to answer this question, but if your characters somehow ended up in the Walking Dead universe, who would survive the longest and why?
The GTA characters were in the apocalypse zombie thing.
Yes. Who would survive the longest and why?
I think Trevor would die because he'd probably eat someone or do something stupid and get infected right away and die.
Become a zombie so he could eat people.
True. Well, apparently in that world, I found out after shooting for 2 years that everyone is infected. I didn't know that.
Everybody is.
Apparently, and it's just when you're bitten. I don't know. None of it makes sense when you break it all down. But so Trevor's out. Trevor dies quick.
Okay.
Who else?
I think Bogue survives long.
Yeah, because I'm a leader.
Yeah, I think that because you pull
Passionate,
against
vulnerable,
character,
beautiful.
Yeah.
Well read, which would help that universe.
Oh, that helps.
Duper
Yeah,
well
that
read.
very helps.
Able to climb trees in a single bound.
I chopped some mean wood.
I think we'd find ourselves on the opposite end of the spectrum. Like the idiot that Jimmy is would probably haphazardly figure out a way to get through all of it. Just like not knowing it. It's like you never knew how close he came to getting whacked. Jimmy would be that guy. Like he just like slipped through the whole time.
Kind of the Chancey Gardner of the world. He would just
very good. You went over 80% of the GTA 5 players' heads.
I think about 99% of the audience didn't get that right.
Hey, my dad was playing GTA 5, so and he's 60 something. So
yeah, I think Jimmy
I have to say,
the guy who throws the blood all over the zombie blood all over himself, so they can't spell it.
That's it.
Hey, Jimmy, don't worry about your dad playing. It's shit Ned plays it. He's 70.
That's right.
I'm old
That's
enough
right.
to hear that.
It's kind of crazy. Yeah, like I can't believe my actual biological father is only 5 years older than Ned is. Because I mean, he looks good for his age. I'm not trying to. I'm just saying.
He's a good-looking 64.
He is a good. He's a good. I throw a fucking on that if I needed to.
But also, I have to say, maybe this is a wonderful sort of exclusive. Like, I don't know if they have ET anymore, or any of that exclusive stuff. But maybe this is a great platform to tell the world that Ned is your father.
You heard it here first, folks.
Let me get John Tesh.
Is he still alive?
Yeah, I have all his albums. His Christmas.
Hey, John Tesh, you got me tonight.
I love John Tesh.
Look, we got to get Maury Povich on this now. It's like you are the father.
You were conceived on set. It was my trailer.
I am your father. Solo, do you even know who John Tesh is?
Good.
He's the whitest man you'll ever know.
Very large forehead.
But
look up his music tonight.
He seems to know everything about top 40 pop culture, though. It's really weird.
Great music. It's sort of Zamfir.
Oh my god!
Doesn't he have a really
good new age music?
Yeah.
If Kenny G and Petula Clark had a baby.
Hey Steven, do you know who Nino Brown is?
Who?
Nino Brown.
Come on, Nino Brown, Judgment Day. Let's do this.
Downtown Julie Brown?
Nino Brown.
No, I don't know.
See, that's the same thing.
I know Nina Simone.
Yeah,
Nino Brown. New Jack City, Nino Brown.
Oh, New Jack City, not Judgment Night. What am I, an idiot? I'm
all right.
Sorry.
Let's move on. Next question.
Tell the white guy to shut up.
Robert, from at Tim Oldinio, whatever.
Oh my God, that's my uncle.
OLDINIOO. Did you expect the game to still be doing so well today?
No, I did not. I did not expect that. I thought it was going to be good, and I thought it was going to be hot, but I thought it would have a shelf life of a couple years. It's amazing to me that it's still going, and it seems to be constantly being discovered by new generations. And it seems to be, you guys know better than me, but it seems to be as popular now as it was 5 years ago. I could be wrong, but it seems like that. Now it's like iconic status.
Video games in the world still today.
Yeah, it's unbelievable.
They supposedly sold more copies, and this is what I heard, that they sold more copies in 2020 than they have any year.
What?
Except 2013 when it came out.
Wow.
Yeah.
So like my take on that is that every year you get a whole new batch of fans, because mom and dad finally break down and tell the 8-year-old, all right, leave me alone. You can have the game. Jesus.
Yeah.
Then COVID hit, and then COVID came.
Yeah, go corrupt yourself. Go ahead.
And then COVID came, so all the parents just bought it for them, you know, just to keep them.
Leave me alone. I have to work.
Yeah,
I gotta work. You can
turn the volume.
play whatever you want to play.
That's part of the reason why all of us are wearing 100% cotton T-shirts. I mean, it's
without question.
The whole new slew of degenerates every year. We love it. Just keep bringing them. All right, Danny.
Yes.
Did you guys get to play the game ever? And if so, how much? Did you have any sort of say as the game was going on and you guys were filming it?
Well, I'm sorry to say that this question is flawed in many ways. First and foremost,
_123 /
Sorry,
let's throw this kid Danny a bone here. We'll give him a question that doesn't make any sense. we shot the video game before it was ever out, so I wasn't able to make any changes except the little bit of ad-libs that I got to throw in that somehow
probably one of the best ad-libs of the entire thing, by the way.
I mean, hermaphrodite seems to be something that people type on my Facebook, my Instagram, my Twitter.
Yeah,
because I was, because Jimmy's such a piece of crap, and he's like, I don't know, this hermaphrodite. I don't even know what's going on. He doesn't even know. In fact, I bet Jimmy was tantalized a little bit to be like, I'm going to say hermaphrodite, and it kind of tickles my Jimmy myself. Saying that
it tickled me, man, because I had to fight not to crack up because I'm in that scene and he lays out, what are you, some hermaphrodite? You had genitalia from both sexes, I mean, or some shit like that. And I wanted to laugh so hard. I was like this, which fit because now I got to go up and yell at him and throw the chair through the TV anyway. So it worked, but I had to keep everything in because that just got me good, man. That was so fucking funny, man.
But as far as gameplay, I got to do none of it. The only gameplay that I learned about after the fact were all my friends being like, "Hey, dude, I know we really can't kill Jimmy because he's like a secondary player. You can't really blow him up, but I figured out a way. You take him out on the tennis court and then you throw a grenade at him and he blows up." It was like, I like that my friends were just calling me late at night to be like, I figured out a way to kill you, dude. So I stopped talking to all those people because they're not my friends anymore.
All right, Ned. From @DEIK71, what was your biggest challenge voice, Michael?
Rob's figuring that one out. I saw the wheels turning there. I heard fucking the wheels turning in Rob's Brady Bunch square.
DEIK71.
What was my biggest challenge?
What was your biggest challenge when voice acting, Michael?
The 4 hours in the booth. That was the hardest part of the voice acting. If you want to talk about the motion capture and the actual, performance of Michael, then the hardest thing was probably the physicality. Like when we had look, voice acting, you can only scream for so long.
When Ned pulled his hammy running 10 feet.
Oh yeah.
We heard about that for the next fucking 6 months.
Oh, can you believe it? I can't believe it. They made me run up these.
The hardest part.
They made me run up these imaginary stairs. Oh, these imaginary stairs really hurt.
Yeah, but I was still faster than you, even with a pulled hammy. But when you would have Jim, right? Jim, the animation guy, he would come in, and when you saw him looking around the set, you knew you were in freaking trouble because it was a mocap day. It was
fitness day.
Yeah. We would have that was the hardest. The hardest thing was the actual physicality, and it's weird because the running was, they opened up the stage and we ran all the way through the stage a bunch of times and stuff. But when I did the yoga, that was brutal because I had an entire day of doing yoga, failing, doing it good, failing. So I had to do all these different steps of failure to get to where I did it right. So by the end of the time, I was just like, I was sweating bullets, man. My mocap suit was soaked. It was awful. That was the hardest, most difficult part. That and getting out of my mocap suit to take a shit. But that's
We've already talked on that.
Yeah, we've gone down that road. All right. Shawn, Solo, from at Silky's T Cargo 1. If there's anything that you wish that they could have done different with your character in the main story, what would it be?
To let me be a motherfucking fool. I wish I could have got to be crazy. Like, they would never let me be crazy. Like Steven, like Trevor can just bully me. Lamar can just bully me. Franklin was kind of like, he was soft. He wasn't what I thought he could be. You know, like me and Steven would shoot a scene together. And he was like, when I had to laugh at him when he fell over the gate. And he got real mad at me and I had to like punk down, like, okay, man, okay. It was funny at first. I had to turn into a weenie instead of just being like, man, fuck you. You fell over the gate. Now what? They was like, cut. You can't be that way with Trevor. So I wish they would have let me be more of a tough guy. But, you know, it worked out. I found out how the story was going. So it worked out better the way it did. But I wish I would have was able to be a tougher dude. Man.
You wouldn't have been killed so many times, though.
Exactly.
At the end of it, Trevor was killed way more times because you were not as hard as he was. They hated
exactly.
But it was interesting because Franklin was essentially in that game. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I mean, I think Franklin was the straight man. Isn't he throughout the game? He's the he's this.
Consistent.
Yeah, or the calming force, whatever. You're like when you and I were at each other, he would step in and say, "Wait a minute, you know what?"
Yeah. Franklin was this through line throughout the game of sort of, you know, this. I don't know about calm is the right word.
Say not moral compass, but also
Franklin was the moral compass of the game. Way ahead of his time with the Black Lives Movement.
Yeah. I mean, he didn't let me say the N-word without letting him tell me that it was inappropriate. So.
All right. Next question, Stephen. At Guinea Pool, how did your character reflect you as a real person? Did you use any of your real life aspects to bring this character to life?
I mean, I think any time they ask about a character and what it is about the character that is you, or what are the similarities between a character, listen, all we have is ourselves, right? As actors, that's all we are. We are who we are. So what we bring to it, I mean, I think the if there were to be similarities, sense of humor, dark sense of humor, you know, you like to sort of provoke an emotional response. Granted, Trevor was probably to the umpteenth degree.
Oh, but you're not.
Yeah, sometimes. So I think those are the things. Is just I think the idea is all you have is you. So then it's just blown up into certain different degrees, these elements, because we all have everything in us. So I think it was just that there was the sense of humor, the dark sense of humor, and provoke an emotional response. I'd say we both have that.
Okay. All right, Robert. Question from at Francido 20190. You got that? 190. What was your reaction to knowing that you were going to participate in a video game of such caliber? Are you satisfied with your work? And is there anything you'd change about what you did?
Oh,
so many things.
So many things. So many regrets. I had done a Grand Theft a couple years before that, a small minor part for the Ballad of Gay Tony, GTA. And it was a minor character. So when I got this, I had no idea about the size of it. I had no idea that that was going to be bigger and more popular than the Ballad of Gay Tony. And I didn't think my part was that much bigger. It just kept going, and they kept booking me, and I kept showing up and
crushing it.
And just crushing it. Regrets? Yeah, I can never watch anything I've done 2, 4, 6, 8 years later without thoughts about what I would do differently now. But like Steven said, you are who you are at that moment in your life, and that's the way you play it. So do I have regrets? No. I guess I would have nitpicky things I would change, but overall, people hate my character, and they love to hate him, and he's real cocky, and he's a prick. And so I like that people hate him that much and love to shoot him in the head and rejoice in that. So in that case, I did my job.
That's exactly it, Rob. You're doing your job when people have a strong reaction. It's like characters on The Walking Dead always got upset when people really hated them. And there were instances of actors being literally ignored or bullied online. And it's like, are you fucking stupid? The people you react the most to, that you hate the most, means that they're actually the best actor, because they're provoking that emotional response and making you feel so strongly. So it's a credit to your performance that happens. It's tough to not take it personally, but it's more like,
well, you would like to read flowery things online, right? And because it makes you feel. I've worked on TV shows before where actors want to be popular, popular as in well liked.
If it's any consolation, Rob, I love your character. Your character is one of my favorite characters in the whole game. So there you go.
Thanks.
But it's because you love him or because you hate him?
I've said that many times. I love that character.
Thanks, Ned.
Hey, for real, because Rob's character was pressing me like a motherfucker. He wouldn't let up off of me at all. I want you to take Trevor out to the pastor. Why don't you get Michael to do it? Michael can't do it. Trevor won't let him close to him.
In all his crazy mental construct, he truly believes he's a freaking patriot. That's what makes him so crazy.
Patriot,
man. He's a lot of things we could bring back nowadays for that one, huh?
Oh my God! Yes,
that could be a whole.
Was I ahead of the curve there?
Yeah,
you kind of remind me of that QAnon shaman guy.
Yes, I
have to say, every time I play the game, I play as your character, Rob.
Do you really?
Yeah.
All right, Danny, from @JD_Jimmy Dean.
Oh,
retrospect.
I love your sausages are great.
So good. Breakfast patty, so good.
In retrospect, are you satisfied with your performance? And if not, what scene didn't satisfy you?
No, I think I'm not trying to toot my own horn here, but in a world where I got to be like, what a piece of shit rich kid who just could do whatever he wanted and didn't think he had to talk to anybody else about it. I think I did a pretty good job. He is a piece of shit. Jimmy is what a piece of shit he is. And I grew up being like like when I was on Nickelodeon doing The Adventures of Pete and Pete, I was kind of a tough guy. And when I was on All That, I was the antithesis. And what Robert and Steven were talking about just a second ago about, I had a director come up to me and I was feeling like, fuck, I was 16 years old doing All That after being like a cool kid in the middle of like being an adolescent, them telling me like, hey, look, people are going to root for the underdog and like, we're going to make fun of you all the time, 100%, but the people are going to like you for it. And you're like, I don't know how this is going to work. And guess what? People like me for it. And people like me for being a piece of shit in GTA 5 too. So, I don't really have any, I guess the same thing. I was just living in that moment. I was like, all right, this kid wants to be a piece of crap. He wants to drug his dad. He wants to steal boats. He wants to, just totally disband. And what do I get? I get a character in a digital download not a year and a half ago talking about how Uncle Lester took me in. So I guess I did something right, is what I'm saying here.
You definitely were Jizzle.
I was for Jizzle. For Jizzle.
All right, I'll throw this one out there to just the group. There were a lot of people that asked this, but I grabbed it from @Gabe_032. Will we ever see behind the scenes of all the cut scenes that were shot?
Yeah.
No.
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 The answer.
They shot behind the scenes, right?
No.
But they ain't putting it out as far as we know. I don't
No.
know.
After we rapped, and there was like a pseudo like rap party, and as people who have done TV and movies and stuff, you get excited because like a rap party is like, oh, everybody shows up and there's gonna be like a reel and people are gonna be like, oh, this is hilarious. Like I was waiting. There was when Ned and I were shooting the riding the bicycle scene off the pier, there were many moments where I ate shit because it was too close and we're wearing these things that are in front of your face. So you have like your depth perception is off. I'm riding a bicycle and I've been riding a bicycle since I was 4 years old. I shouldn't be able to slip off it, but I ate shit a couple times and I was like, oh man,
shit too.
This is totally going to be in the reel. And then there was no reel. And I was like, oh man, I kind of wanted to see myself be a fucking idiot.
No, but they do have it.
They have it. Of course they have it. Of course they have it, Solo. And they're gonna sprinkle it out whenever they.
So I wonder why wouldn't there be like, which is generally, like you're saying, Danny. I mean, always, they have these rap parties or they have blooper reels after. I mean, why not have something like that? Does anyone know what the reasoning or what they think the reasoning would be?
No, who knows?
Man,
I'm just
they're so secret. They're so secretive. It's in a vault.
But I think GTA 5 just started. It shocked them. It just did so good that they had a whole lot of plans. Like we were supposed to do DLC. So I think the game itself did so good that it superseded anything. It superseded any of the uncut scenes, the bloopers, a whole lot of shit, because it blew their minds out the water, man. So they was focusing on keeping that train moving. You know what I'm saying? I'm more than sure they had a plan on doing it because we were told that they was.
Well, if you remember, a lot of the big shots were like going, I don't know, man. I gotta move. I need, I don't know. I hope this thing does well. This doesn't do well, I'm fucked, like kind of a thing. And we'd be like, because we didn't know it was Grand Theft Auto 5 when we signed on. We had no clue. We just thought it was something called Paradise or Rush or whatever.
Paradise, that's right.
Yeah. But
yeah.
I thought it was Star Wars. I always convinced it was a Star Wars.
Once we found out it was GTA 5, everyone but Steve knew that this was going to be huge. And I'd be like saying, dude, relax, man. This thing's going to make a ton of money. Are you kidding me? But this kind of explosion, I didn't see that, man.
None of us knew that.
And I know they didn't see it coming, and a lot of the reason for it, frankly, is there, and there. And that's just a fact. So I'll put that out there.
A follow-up to that,
It's weird you're pointing just to Jeff. I'm not sure what Jeff had.
That was all aimed at me. Thank you very much.
Wow.
On my screen, it was.
He wasn't even in the fucking game, Ned.
I appreciate you acknowledging me.
No, I remember him being there. I remember him.
A follow-up question with that from @EHMD_ with the cut scenes. Was there a heist or anything, or anything like that was scrapped last minute that you can recall that what you thought was really good, but it got cut?
Well, there was a bunch of that stuff. There was the one that Steve talked about earlier with the horse thing. I'm sure
Sharmuda. What was it called again? Ned?
Whatever it was, Sharmuda, and they leaked that. Somebody leaked that. They found the thing. They leaked the audio of it and everything. So that's out there somewhere. But
Fiona Apple ended up, and Fiona Apple got nominated for a Grammy. She ended up recording a song based on that.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys keep talking. I'll pull it up here.
It's called Criminal. It was out way ahead.
No.
Shut
up.
There was another one.
Shut your fucking mouth. Shut your fucking trap.
That I loved. That I thought it was one of the funniest things in the deal with some old people. I can't say what it was, obviously, but with some old people.
Here it comes.
Fucking funny. But that got cut too. So I don't know. Solo, you had stuff get cut, right?
I can't remember any. I think everything I filmed made it in the damn game.
That's because you're so goddamn good.
Here comes.
You're the professional. That's why.
Ice water.
Oh,
Wait for the break.
this
Wait
is
for
where
the
we
break.
can edit it.
Mm.
Here it comes. Ready?
Shamika said I had potential. Shamika said I had potential.
Jamaica.
Said I had potential.
It was Sharmuta.
Shamika said I had potential.
It was Sharmuta.
It was, but it ruins my joke. It was a long joke. I had to find the song. I had to play the
It
song.
wasn't
But
like
if you
killing
cut that down, Jeff, if you do your fucking job and edit that, that will be comedy gold. People will go crazy.
No, Jeff.
Fiona Apple wrote a song based on Shamika that was part of a cutscene of GTA 5. Everyone goes and explodes. So just do your job, Jeff. Edit this fucking shit. Let's move on.
Look at Steve.
Oh my
Man, I didn't hear
god.
a word you
The White
said.
Sox. You can edit that out if you want.
All right. So let's do this one. Let's do this question before we do some selfless promotion. This goes to each one of you, whoever wants to go first, each one of you. If you could star in any movie in time as your character, what movie would it be?
Well, I think Steve Haines would have to play Chauncey and Bean there.
You
I think
fuck, you
That's
stole it.
good. That's good.
You take the plant, you put it in the soil, you water it, shit will grow. It'll grow.
I like
Just
to
gotta
watch.
wait for the season.
I like
Jimmy-
to watch.
Jimmy would be Spider from Goodfellas. Michael Imperioli's character is like, hey, why don't you go fuck yourself? And then he gets killed.
Hey, dance, boy.
Dance, Spider, dance.
Am I funny? Am I funny? You find me funny? No, I mean, you're just funny.
Franklin would be Franklin in Snowfall.
Okay.
See, y'all don't know nothing about Snowfall.
That one.
Oh boy. Hey, our Doughboy in Boys in the Hood.
That I get. That reference I understand.
You'd have to put the weight back on.
And
Who would you be, Steve?
I think
Hey, but hold on,
Trevor.
real quick. I want to say one thing. When I said Snowfall, y'all don't know it's a show out called Snowfall on FX, right?
Yes.
And it's a guy that they named Franklin, and he's just like Franklin in the game. You know, John Singleton did it. And everybody is linking it to GTA 5. So
Was it written
It's
by
a new show. It's on now.
yeah, and it's a guy, and the star of it, his name is Franklin, a black kid from the ghetto named Franklin. And it
Really?
looks just like GTA 5, bro. Because let me tell you this. We know that it's linked to it somehow, or they thought of it somehow from GTA 5, because I don't have a black friend named Franklin.
I do. Do you want to meet
Franklin
him?
just,
Franklin.
Franklin's
Hold
just
on.
not a
Franklin.
name that Franklin's not a name that
He gets scared when people
we
talk.
name
Franklin.
our kids. I would never name my kid Franklin or Steven. Now he might be Steve or Stevie, but Steven, I'm just facts, bro.
Well, we
Move
just
on.
get into then we get into the Stefan or Kel, and there's a whole thing there as well. I don't want to get into family matters right now, but I just have to
right.
throw it out there.
Steven, what do you think? Who would your character be in what movie?
I think Trevor would be Jareth in the Labyrinth.
Shit.
Ned? How you follow that, Ed?
Why don't you follow that one up, Dad? Hey, Dad, why don't you follow that one up, Al?
I've had enough time to think, so come up with a zinger. Come up with something good.
You can't say John Wayne, okay? Let's
Oh my God! I was sitting here thinking about True Grit.
Off the table. Anyone other?
That's why Danny's like perfect to play my kid, because he's like right there, man. I was seriously, honest to God, thinking grit. Now I got to come up with something different. I'll tell you who I would be. I would
John Travolta, Saturday Night Fever.
Whitney Houston
Ron
and
Goodman in the Flintstones.
That would be hot.
Very
That would be
good,
hot.
too.
But I would probably be Popeye Doyle. French Connection.
Okay.
Okay.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's actually really good.
Yeah.
I can see it now.
Yeah.
All right.
Either that or Brick and Cat on a Hot Tin Roof.
Damn.
Hey Ned, do you know that one of the first gigs I got as a little kid was being one of the little brats in Cat on a Hot Tin Roof on Broadway.
Oh,
And they were like doing like 15-hour work days, and I was like 8 years old, and my mom was like, you know what?
it's not.
Equity, you're not doing it for the kids. Fuck you, I'm out. I'm like, Mom, it's Kathleen Turner. And she's like, I don't care, we're out of here.
Who played Brick in that? Was that
I wish I could remember, man, but I was 8 years old. I don't know.
I saw one of the worst productions of Cat on a Hot Tin Roof is streaming now live on the National Theatre website. Was in London, and if you're gonna do a classic Southern American Tennessee Williams play, don't do it with Brits and Scots. And I mean, Cole Meany, I love. Jack.
That's The Walking Dead. It's all
no, but they got good accents. This was like, I mean, what's his name? Jack, who I love. He was in Startup. Jack Connolly. Great actor. And he was naked, his dong is out. It's like it was a modern set. So he's naked with his broken leg. And so you're looking at Jack's dong and you're just waiting for Sienna Miller to get naked.
His dick hanging out?
Well, that's what I always thought. That's what the Cat on the Hot Tin Roof was the dong hanging out over the tin roof.
Is that a cat?
Yeah. Oh, God.
No, that was Maggie. That was Maggie hanging out.
Oh.
And Kathleen Turner's got quite a dong.
All right.
My God.
So, on our way out, Steven, what do you got coming up on Snowpiercer? What do you want to tell us about what's going on there? Give us a sneak peek?
We've got I thought I would read some golden pages. We've got the season finale is a 2-hour finale coming up next week, the week after, some point. It's soon. Depends where you are in the world. And currently we're in Vancouver on season 3, which I don't know when we'll see season 3.
After
some point.
Or season 4.
So that's what's going on in my world.
All right. Mr. Solo, how about that shirt? Why don't you tell us what's going on in your world? Big news.
God damn it, man. I did a book and it's called Game Changer. And it's about my life story, man, from the age of 7-year-old all the way up to where I landed at with Grand Theft Auto. I've been through a lot of shit, man. To not have parents in my life, from the abuse as a child, being shot 5 times, jail, gangbanging, just the horrible shit, just pure hell, to make it through that, to being a married man of 25 years, a kid, a family, a homeowner. So the book is real interesting, man. It's crazy. I even was approved by Rockstar to do the whole GTA story in here. So, and even the front of the book, Ned seen it, man. It's a hell of a book. I sent the proposal to Ned. I just actually inked my publishing deal today.
Good.
It's just good news. And with a big company, man, major company. And I got a major company that's pushing behind it for me, and they're going to do the marketing and help. So it's big, man. God is good, man, and everything is working out for me, man. So Game Changer coming soon, man. We working on it, and we just finished the book. It's done, so I'm getting in the studio next week to do the audio book. And I did a graphic novel of the same book, so you get to see it in the animation form also. So I've been working, man. I've been, betting on myself right now.
Wow.
I want to just say about that I'm so proud of you with that thing, because I know how much effort you put in it and how hard you're working on it and where you came from and where you are in your life and everything. I hope that thing just goes off the charts because you deserve it, man. You work so goddamn hard at getting everything together. It's just you're gonna crush it with that thing, man. Because it's a great story, man. It is a great story.
Yeah,
I can't wait.
It is.
I can't wait, man. I hope you just crush that thing. And then
Thanks,
give me
man. I appreciate it.
then give me some of the money.
I got you, man. Everybody get a cut. Everybody get a cut.
That sounds like that was a pretty good advertisement. I was gonna say.
All right, guys. Well, hey, we're out of time, but I wanted to say thanks. Thank you to all the people that wrote in those questions. Thank you guys for spending the time here and being with us. Really appreciate it. Hope we see you all soon in many different projects. Have a great night. Thank you.
Thank you, everybody.
Pleasure.
Good to see everyone.
Thank
too.
you.
Good to see
It
you.
was good.
Hey, if
seeing
you like
everybody.
good, if you like good rock
Bravo.
music, you got
Danny.
like good rock music, go to jounce.org. You like good podcasts, go to the Adventures of Danny and Mike.
Yeah.
Hey,
All right,
Danny,
just had
can
to
I get
plug
on
it.
the podcast, man?
Of course,
Please.
let's do it. We need everyone on this podcast anytime. I'll hit you up. Let's do it anytime.
My number,
Yeah,
my
why
number
don't we
has
do your
not changed in
podcast?
15
Do the
years.
podcast.
Okay, guess what, guys? We're gonna do the podcast right now in 3, 2, 1.
Thanks for tuning in.